Alright, so here's my line tracking robot. This is the original gearbox that I started with. I made a lot of changes to it, but what's going on here is there's a medium-sized input gear going to a small idle gear, which in the grand scheme of things doesn't matter except for the fact that it reverses the rotation. Well, actually it keeps it in the same direction as the input. And then a larger output gear. Now these large wheels are going to lift the robot off the ground a little bit to give us room to put our line tracking sensors. So now we're putting that all together and just take a bunch of different angles of it. Now you can see the front actually isn't being driven by anything. I did change that also. Now here the line sensors are actually adjustable on that little track, so I can spread them out or move them closer as needed. So there's the clearance, which is good. That's what I was going for originally. Now I'm taking it apart because I didn't like having that idle gear. I didn't like having that front not being driven by anything. So I did something along the lines of what the original robot did and had one sort of smaller input with two equally sized outputs, and there's the final product. Now we're getting to the code. It's basically just going to be going forward as long as there's one line underneath the middle sensor, and then adjusting based on the input to the two outer sensors, the left and right. So now here we have the first demonstration. This is just going to be going along that track nice and easy. You can see it's sort of sweeping across. When it loses the line, it knows which sensor last saw it, so it's able to, well, it's really forced to. It doesn't have any choice in the matter. It just sort of takes the last action that it was told to do. So now it's going back and forth between the two. It doesn't move forward a whole lot because this track is curved all the way around. I guess I'll just let you watch for a little bit because that's all the explaining I have. And now we're back to the beginning where we started, so that's Objective 1 completed. Now Objective 2 is almost exactly the same as Objective 1. In fact, I copied and pasted most of the code, but it's going to be counting those little lines going across the track that you saw there, and then when it gets to the fourth one, it's going to stop. And you'll see that here. So now it's stopping just before, so it can give it time to count the line that it just went across, the start line there. Because when I tried this just going straight for it, it got confused with the different delays I was getting it. So I figured it was better just to stop the whole robot, and that's why I added that halt command in there. You'll be getting a better picture of the LCD screen here in a second. That's showing all of the debugging information I needed, the sensor values being returned, the current action, how many lines it's counted, what it's doing. Well, what it's doing is the current action. So that was a really, really good tool to have in real time, especially for this project. And I guess that looks like Objective 2 is completed.